the dreamer's escape. Her name was Elise, and every day felt like the last. Predictable, dull, and devoid of meaning. She attended classes at the university, sat in the back row, and stared out the window while the professor droned on about theories she couldn't care less about. The campus was a maze of gray buildings and crowded hallways, filled with people who seemed to have their lives figured out. Everyone but her. Elise had no close friends. She exchanged polite smiles with classmates and occasionally joined study groups. But those interactions never went deeper. At lunch, she often ate alone, pretending to be engrossed in her phone while secretly wishing someone would sit beside her and start a real conversation. Her apartment was just as lifeless. A small studio with beige walls, a worn-out couch, and a desk cluttered with unopened textbooks. The only thing that brought her joy was sleep. As soon as her head touched the pillow, the real world faded, and a universe of wonders opened before her. In her dreams, Elise soared through space, weightless and free. She floated past swirling nebulae painted in shades of purple and gold, drifted between asteroids that sparkled like diamonds, and landed on distant planets, unlike anything on Earth. One dream took her to Eloria, a world with twin suns casting warm orange light over vast crystal forests. The trees hummed with a gentle melody, and creatures with translucent wings fluttered between branches. Elise walked barefoot on soft, iridescent grass, breathing in air that smelled like rain and wildflowers. Another night, she found herself on Nixus, a moon orbiting a gas giant with rings of shimmering dust. There, she glided across glassy lakes that reflected a sky full of stars, and watched bioluminescent fish swim beneath the surface. The silence was peaceful, not lonely. It felt like the universe itself was speaking to her. But every morning, reality hit like a cold splash of water. Elise would wake up in her dim apartment, the sunlight harsh against her eyes, and the weight of her empty life pressed down on her chest. The lectures, the solitude, the monotony. It all felt like a prison compared to the freedom of her dreams. Still, she looked forward to bedtime. Each night, she lay down with anticipation, closing her eyes and willing herself back into those magical worlds. Sleep became her refuge, the only place where she felt truly alive. Then, one night, everything changed. She was standing on a cliff overlooking a valley of glowing blue flowers when she heard a familiar voice behind her. Elise. She turned, and her breath caught. It was Daniel, her childhood friend who had passed away 5 years ago in a car accident. He looked exactly as she remembered, tall, with warm brown eyes and a gentle smile. "Daniel?" Her voice trembled. "Is it really you?" He stepped closer. "In a way. This isn't just a dream, Elise. It's a doorway. A doorway to where? To somewhere better. A place beyond sleep, where you won't have to wake up to sadness anymore." He extended his hand. "Come with me." Elise hesitated. She thought of her empty apartment, the unread books, the silent phone. She remembered the loneliness, the feeling of being out of place in her own life. But then she looked at Daniel's face. So kind, so certain, and something inside her shifted. For the first time, she wasn't afraid. She took his hand. The moment their fingers touched, the dream world began to dissolve. The glowing flowers, the purple sky, the cliff, everything melted into a tunnel of soft golden light. They walked forward together, faster and faster, leaving behind the boundaries of sleep and waking life. A deep sense of peace washed over Elise. She wasn't running away. She was finally going home. When morning came, Elise's apartment remained silent. Her alarm clock buzzed unanswered, and sunlight streamed across an empty bed. Outside, the city moved on, unaware that one soul had slipped beyond its grasp. Somewhere, in a realm between dreams and reality, Elise walked hand in hand with Daniel through a garden of silver trees and golden flowers. The air was filled with laughter and music, and the sky shimmered with colors she had never seen before. For the first time in her life, she felt truly free.